Welcome back, folks. Today we're looking at a question involving a mass, and we're trying to use the mass of one substance to figure out how many moles of another substance in our chemical reaction would be produced. So this involves some mass to mole stoichiometry here. Remember that stoichiometry is all about the ratios that you find in the balanced chemical equation. So with any problem for a stoichiometry problem, we always want to start by balancing the equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is balance this. And right away, I see that I don't have my hydrogens balanced. So I need a 2 here to balance to get my hydrogens to the point where I've got an even number on the product side, which then could balance by putting a 2 in front of our water as our coefficient. And lastly, to finish the balancing, we would need 2 sodiums. So there's my balanced chemical equation. Always start by balancing your equation. Next, I'm going to jot down what I have in this question and what I need to find. So the mass of the water is 500 grams. I know the molar mass of water will become important because to get from mass to moles of water, I need my molar mass, right? So our molar mass, if you look at your periodic table, 1 oxygen and 2 hydrogens would be 18.02 grams per mole. And that's enough information, if I look at it, that I can take my mass and my molar mass and figure out, the first thing I'm going to calculate is moles of water. Once I have moles of water, that's going to allow me to figure out some information about our hydrogen. And that's where I'll be able to get the moles of hydrogen. So the number of moles of hydrogen is going to come from looking at the ratio, right? That mole ratio. So the second thing I'm going to do is going to be my mole ratio. Right? Once I've done my mole ratio, that gets me from moles of water to moles of hydrogen. And that's what my question is asking for. I want moles of hydrogen. So we will get to that end result. So let's do the first thing, which is to find the moles of water. Okay, so we are going to take moles is mass divided by molar mass. So I have 500 grams of water, and molar mass 18.02 grams per mole. So when we solve for the moles of water, I'm going to put a subscript H2O there so I remember what it is. I'm going to get 27.746947 moles. You'll notice I haven't rounded this yet. This is not my final answer. I don't want to round it until I get to my final answer. So I've done my first step. My second step now, to get to the last final piece that I need here, is my mole ratio. Okay, so we're going to do the mole ratio. So number of moles of hydrogen equals the number of moles of water times whatever the ratio is in our balanced chemical equation. Remember, we're trying to find out about hydrogen, so we start with it on top. 1 mole of hydrogen is the same, according to our reaction, as 2 moles of water. So we always put the one we want to find out about on top. The one we already know goes on the bottom, right? That way the moles of water will cancel out and we'll just be left with moles of hydrogen. So now we just plug in our moles, 27.7469478 moles, and we're going to multiply by 1/2. So our number of moles of hydrogen, when we punch it into our calculator, will be 13.8734739 moles. But we want to make sure we express it with the right number of significant digits. So we're going to take this particular value, and because the data we were given in the question has 4 significant digits and it's all multiplication and division, our answer needs 4 significant digits. So we're going to have 13.87 moles. And then we just finish with a statement. And hopefully that helps you with your mass to mole stoichiometry.